The question is 10-year ILR confirmed? Has it started taking effect? This is what a lot of people are wondering. Just yesterday, over the news, we had the UK's Home Secretary, who is just currently 9 days old in that office, Shabana Mohammed. She made this announcement stating the criteria required for one to qualify for the UK's indefinite leave to remain. She talked about the 10 years route and certain other requirements, which I will be stating in this very video, But the answer to your concerns, because there has been a lot of tensions in the air, forget about all of this. We content curators are not actually helping matters by some of the things we put out there for people to consume. We scare people a lot, and that is not fair to my own understanding. This is why I took a break from talking about UK's immigration this and that. And then by the time you finish saying one thing, by the next morning, another news would come up. And you can see the level of inconsistency, proposals upon proposals, emanating from all these UK's political parties. For instance, the Conservative made the proposal for this 10 years ILR by our own very Kemi Badinot. And then Nigel Farage came up with his own proposal, the idea of constantly renewing your indefinite leave to remain, which is every 5 years you got to renew it. Even those who are currently on this ILR, who have gotten this, he proposed that once he wins the general election in 2029, that would take effect. That would be something that he would bring to the table. So no more permanent residency permit and all of that in his own idea. And then the current Labour Party leader, which is Keir Starmer, condemned such proposal. He tagged it a racist proposal for the fact that he claimed that legal migrants in this country are working so hard, contributing to the growth of the UK's economy, and he claimed that we are his neighbors or their neighbors and all of that, of which is very much obvious. Surprisingly, yesterday, Labour, they decided to play to the tune of the proposal laid out by the Conservative Party previously. Because when Conservative Party, Kemi and Co. came up with that proposal of 10 years route to indefinite leave to remain, Labour kicked against that wasn't great. Surprisingly to all of us yesterday, Shabana Mohammed made this proposal yesterday with certain requirements that indefinite leave to remain in the UK could be dependent, watch the word, on paying national insurance, of which every legal migrant in the UK has NI, national insurance, and they pay their taxes. Secondly, you should not claim any benefits. There are certain benefits that skilled workers or legal migrants working in this country are entitled to, of which they also contribute to all of that indirectly and directly. Something like maternity pay, if you are working and you put to bed, you are expected as a woman to earn certain Can we also forfeit that in order to qualify for this indefinite leave to remain? Because this is not clear yet. Thirdly, having a clean criminal record, of which every legal migrant in the UK, they are trying their best not to be on the black book of this country. Your DBS is something that will protect with utmost, care, not to dent it in any way, Thirdly, she stated that volunteering in their community. So as you go to work to do your 40 hours a week, you still need to volunteer somewhere else or thereabout. Myself, I've been volunteering, but forcing it on people, it's no longer a voluntary work. Yes, volunteering, just like the term implies, is something you go do out of your own volition without anyone persuading you to volunteer to help in any way, So you cannot include that as one of the criteria in order to qualify for an indefinite leave to remain. Now, the question that has been bugging a whole lot of us, because I saw a post on social media where somebody was complaining bitterly that he moved to the UK in 2021 and is due for this by next year. Now, what's going to be their fate and that of his family? Because a lot of content curators are screaming that it has been confirmed that for one to get ILR in the UK, you must have been living and working in the UK for a period of 10 long years. So I still come back to the title of this video. Is 10-year ILR confirmed? Well, the answer is capital no. It has not been confirmed. The extension of the qualifying period for indefinite leave to remain from 5 years to 10 years is not confirmed yet. It was proposed in the immigration white paper in May 2025 and is subject to forthcoming public consultation. Yes, public debates before any final decisions are made. While ministers have acknowledged the plan, they have emphasized that the Constitution will shape the final details, and it remains unclear when the change might take effect or if it will apply retrospectively. Did you get that? If it will apply to those of you who are already rejoicing and dancing for us that you guys have gotten your ILR, will it apply to you guys as well? Or if it will be starting from certain years, certain months, nobody knows that as at this point. That confirmation has not been made. So do not work yourself over, be in panic, trying to run to somewhere. Hey, no place is safe in the world at the moment. Canada, they are protesting. In Australia, they are protesting. Germany, France, Italy, everywhere in the world. So where are you running to? Even in your home country that you ran out of, things are not really okay. But then, why everyone is currently panicking is for the fact that the UK's Home Secretary, Shabana Mohamud, announcing this proposal yesterday means that something has been cooked up somewhere. But then, what is not confirmed at this point is that the specific date when the new 10-year route would come into effect is not known. They haven't mentioned. Secondly, whether the new rule will apply to people already living in the UK or only to new arrivals. As those of us who have been staying here, we are not sure of our fate, but when a proposal or a new rule come into play like this, sometimes it does not affect those who are already on ground. So it will start from certain year, of which is currently unknown to everyone. They haven't made that announcement public at the moment. Thirdly, how the points-based contributions for a shorter pathway will be earned or how much of a reduction they would provide has not been decided. 4, if there will be any exemptions for existing visa holders or specific categories. These haven't been decided. But what you should take home is that the 10-year ILR is a proposal, not yet a finalized rule. They have only proposed it. Just like the Home Secretary was announcing this yesterday, he said it could, So they have not finalized on this. Again, public consultation is something that is a critical step before the changes could be implemented in this part of the world. A lot of debates, discussions. I agree and I do not agree. It's something that is going to take place before the final stamping on this rule. Again, it is important to stay informed. Open your ears. Stay informed as details are still being finalized and are subject to change. So open your ears widely as that of an antelope, listening. Let's know the outcome of all of these, their grammars. Conservative saying this. Unfortunately, conservative is not currently in power. Reform. Since the visit of Trump to the United Kingdom, everything has changed. Trump finally discovered that paracetamol causes autism. And I didn't know what he did to the UK's politicians. The crisis becomes more intensified. On the 13th of September this very year, there was this largest protest in the UK when protesters were interviewed regarding the reasons for their protest. A lot of them confirmed that they were protesting against illegal migrants or immigrants. Contrary to what they stated or what they put out there to all of us to consume, boom! Nigel Farage threw the bomb to all of us, the shocking bombshell that the UK do not longer want even the legal migrants. Instead, they want refugees, illegal migrants. That is very laughable, you know. Now, I was beginning to wonder, where is the money going to come from? If they should send out all the legal migrants working to support the economy of this country, those of us paying taxes and all of that, where do they want to get the money in order to finance, feed, house all the refugees coming in by boats, by sea? You know, an insider who was working at one of the hotels where these illegal migrants were housed or sheltered, was a whistleblower who raised an alarm. He or she did a video as to how these illegal migrants were being fed. In the video, these illegal migrants staying at the hotels were normally served buffet breakfast every morning. You know, they have good food and all of that. You know, so on arrival, some of them were even given phones in order to reach out to their loved ones back home. You know, these are the things that led to jealousy among most of the local residents or Brits here. I do not blame them. This is their country. They have to do what they've got to do in order to protect their country, you know. But the confusion among their politicians is something that needs to be addressed. Recently, in a press conference, Keir Starmer come up to read something that was possibly written for him, you know, where he came to address the public, acknowledging that Muslims are mostly welcomed in the UK. They are part of them, and these days they are here. Fantastic. He just read that line without acknowledging other religious bodies in the UK like Christianity, the Sikh, the Hindu and Bundus and whatever. You know, as if he did not go through the paper before coming to read and walked back. People screamed, and that really got most of the British people talking. They were really pissed. He could have included other religious bodies in the UK. You know, so it's a lot of confusion going on here because the Labour is being pressurized. They are the ones in position of power at the moment, but with the opposition's proposals and the whole lot from Conservative and Reform Party, they are being shaken. You know, this is why they are currently implementing the ideas proposed by the Conservative, which was this 10 years route. You know, that's what they want to carry out now. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on all of this happening in the UK? Who is gonna clear this confusion in the state? You know, should this law come into effect anytime this year or next year? What do you think would happen? A lot of legal migrants would also like to leave the UK. In my own understanding, people have been leaving. Talk more of now that they are proposing this ungodly law. You know, looking at the United States of America, Trump's deportations of illegal migrants, in quotes, I don't know if some of them are legal. You know, it has really cost the United States a whole lot. Watch out this last clip that I will attach here. Do you think that the same thing would be the outcome in the United Kingdom should they continue to scare legal migrants out of this very country? Watch the video and leave your comments in the comment section. I would be happy to read your thoughts as well. Like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and keep coming back for more. Please stay put. Do not be afraid. Whatever that happens, they are not going to send us out of this world entirely. But we carry our load, go back to our country and fix Africa. Let Africa be better for us. That's the thing. We should stand up. I'm not calling for protest, but our leaders should learn to borrow some senses and give us our rights, what they are expected to be doing for us. The social amenities, protection, security in particular is all we want from our leaders. We are hardworking people, and we are showing that anywhere we are in the world. Unfortunately, our leaders have failed us. I woke up this morning to the news of the demise of the Arise TV anchor, a lady from Anambra State, a 29-year-old lady who was formerly here in the UK but decided to return to Nigeria in order for her to pursue her political career because she believed that she could make a difference in our country. She returned home. Unfortunately, this morning or last night, they said there was a robbery incident in her compound, and then she was eyed. This is really sad, guys. This is sad. We have to do something in order to claim our own country back as well.
Just made America's biggest mistake. They drove the workers away. Now the whole country is falling apart. Latest news from the White House. Massive evictions backfired. California farmers watched $2 billion worth of crops rot in the fields. 4,000 farm workers disappeared overnight. Grocery prices up 40% in 2 weeks, and it's only going to get worse. Construction sites in Texas look like ghost towns, half-finished hospitals, schools, bridges, just abandoned there. Contractors say we lost 80% of our workforce in one raid. Seniors in Florida are suffering the most. Nursing homes can't find people to work 30% to 50% staff shortages everywhere. One nursing home has closed forever. These undocumented workers aren't taking jobs. They're doing jobs that no one else wants to do. The streets of LA are now littered with trash restaurants close at 6 p.m. No dishwashers, no cooks, no cleaners. America wants them gone, but forgets who keeps us alive. Is this enforcement, or will the country destroy itself? The real question is, who will clean up the mess after we clean them up?